Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So we're very much on the way now. Can he finish? Here's... Oh, mother! And that is wildly off target.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Kubasi. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that fits the bill. He's one of the characters left in the game nowadays. I mean, people describe him as a little eccentric, and truth be told, he is at times, but I think we need that in the modern game. We need our characters, we need our big personalities, and I'm glad we've got one here.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And here's Ferran Torres. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Ferran Torres clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
De Paul. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Has a look and plays it forward. No goals as yet.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Rodri has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. McAllister. Rodri makes a dash for it.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Oyarzabal. Oh, this is a terrific... He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Pressing high and with purpose. De Paul. And it's Cucurella. He's had it taken off him. Ball's gone out of play. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, easy pickings there. Spread it left. Strong running down that left flank. There's the shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Spain with the corner, they're first. De Paul tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's free. Decent chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Cucurella certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Fernandez. He's shifting through the gears here. Montiel has it out wide and in space. Great challenge, time to perfection. Gavi. That is good progress on the left. McAllister. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. And it's played in. And he's gone looking for safety. He's picked his way through. Cucurella. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, there's the clearance. Rodri, good driving run. Nice defending, physical and effective. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Oyarzabal, shapes to shoot! Goal, Spain! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the trust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Lisandro Martinez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Tries to pass it through. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, I think the defence are probably going to come in for a rollicking after this, Peter. They got away with one there.
Fernandez. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Spain just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. The second half is up and running.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Pedri, Oyarzabal, important interception. And shifted it to the flank. He's getting hounded, really hounded. Fernandez. Ferran Torres. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Ferran Torres charging forward, the ball at his feet.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Cucurella, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Oyarzabal. Mikel Oyarzabal ploughing, and he shoots! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Still just a single goal between the sides. Almada. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's found a way through. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's... That's another chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Romero, could be danger here. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Spain leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Medina cuts it out. Fernandez. McAllister. And here's Oyarzabal. And this is Messi. Now it's Martinez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rodri. Now it's Oyarzabal. Mikel Oyarzabal is being harried and hassled.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
And here's Ferran Torres. And here's Oyarzabal. And he welcomes it in. Pedri gets flagged offside. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Oyarzabal. Can he finish? And no mistake. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now it's Oyarzabal. That is a great pick out. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Spain find a position of real strength now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Spain have hit a quick-fire double here. Now it's Ferran Torres. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's been given away. Great ball, and he's in here. McAllister. Now it's Messi. Cucurella wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through. And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Argentina making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oyarzabal, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Oyarzabal, and he's found a way past. Tries one from range!
3 minutos de descuento.
And the keeper read that really well.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Just eases him off the ball. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's that, the end. Spain looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Mikel Oyarzabal taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a Ida Nielsen! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Hernandez making good progress. Now it's Mbappe. This looks promising. Ederson. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Dembele. Mbappe. And that was asking for too much. Ederson. That has not gone well. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Evan Nielsen, distributed tidily. Lucas Paqueta finding himself in space. Hernandez. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Doué. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for the run. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's only too happy to take that back. Bruno Guimaraes. Chouameni. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Oh, good spread. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Marquinhos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's managed to get free. He has found the way through. Oh, nice touch. Chance for a shot! Dembele. And he's been shifted off it. Ibanez. Lucas Paqueta. Turns back here, probably the best option. And here's Paqueta. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Rafinha. And he cuts out the supply. Ederson. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Now what about this cross?
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely spread. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Searching pass he's played there.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
What a throw in. Doué. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Guimaraes. Now it's Rafinha. Well, that'll do under the circumstances. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Evan Nielsen.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Doué. There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping. That's the end of the first 45. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Down to business again.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get on the end of this? Ederson can clear it away. Alexandro kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's picked his way through. Evan Nielsen proves just a little bit too strong.
Brazil couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Neymar. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Doué. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Ederson. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. And Rafinha. Bruno Guimaraes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lucas Paqueta. Olise. Great vision. And he plays one through. Weatherton gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. So we've reached the hour mark. Ederson. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far.
He's having a hit! Oh, it's a vicious effort. And the shot! He's got a goal! It is the pick-me-up they all long for. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
France have taken the lead.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Mbappe. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Neymar threads one in. He is through here. Now it's Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That's been cut out, well played. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Nice-looking ball. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. Bruno Guimaraes. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Rafinha. And it's Paqueta. Alexandro. Looking for options for movement. There's the delivery. A header! Oh, crossbar! And that's a tidy finish. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Gol marcado para o Brasil. Aos 33 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador, camisa 16.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Doué. He's got away. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! France with the corner, they're first. That's a decent clearance.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Not the most accurate pass. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Mbappe. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. That is quite some save from Waverton. All hands on deck for this one. Mbappe! But he's left disappointed. Bruno Guimaraes. Alexandro. Now Ederson. That's a good ball out wide. That is good alertness.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Koundé,
acréscimo.
that's headed upfield. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Shoots! And he thumps it clear. Look at the space here. Takes a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. France can try it again now. All hands on deck for this one. Rabiot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great.
The whistle's gone and the game is over. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Oh, terrible pass. Sane stood his ground strongly. Llorente. He has found a way through. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Wirtz. Stood up well to him there. Ferran Torres. Now it's Havertz. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think this guy, Gavi, is someone who really does show his Catalan pedigree, Peter, where the philosophy is to...
Sonny! Oh, it's a vicious effort. Llorente. It's run loose here. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Ferran Torres. That's a nicely shaped ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's having a pop! And that is wildly off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. A good play on the left-hand side here. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres making good progress on the right-hand side. He is through here. Oh, look at the great chance! Goal, Spain! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Marcó en el minuto 21 el dorsal 7.
Spain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
That's the throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And the pass is intercepted. Fabian Ruiz. He's found a way through. Ferran Torres. He's free. He goes for a shot. It's a goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Not the most accurate pass. Spain have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he's lost his man here. Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal is fouled. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. This the perfect chance to Oyarzabal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Oyarzabal. He's being urged to shoot. And he's managed to get rid. Havertz. Could move up a gear here. Pau Kubasi stands tall and stands strong. He's picked his way through. Ferran Torres. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game, everything seems to be coming off for him.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now that's well seen too. Over to the right flank, and they can counter here. Now it's Havertz, and the shot!
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
It'll be a throw-in. Oh, Red, nice interception. Mikel Oyarzabal. Plays a sharp little ball here. Good chance here! It's loose this time, surely! And that's a tidy finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what... And that is all they have time for. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Spain really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Spain looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. The second half is up and running. Now it's Kimmich. Cucurella gets a foot in here. He's shifting through the gears here. Kimmich. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pedri gets into a good position. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Pavlovic. Musiala.
Time and again they are repelled.
And it's Sané. Now it's Oyarzabal.
Oyarzabal clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, whistle's gone, now then! The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Oyarzabal having a look. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save. Kimmich ventures forward. Can he get on the end of this? That has been cut short. Pedri.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Nemecha. And it's Pavlovic. Wirtz. To Musiala. Spread to the right. Sané has it in a wide position. Pedri.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's clever.
Now it's Gavi. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving?
Spain have themselves a chance from the spot. So this to extend their lead. a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Dobles Maño. Marcó en el minuto 65 el dorsal 21.
Spain are having a ball here. And it's Sané. Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich elects to cross.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Wirtz. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Deftly away. Out of play for a throw. Fabian Ruiz. Passing nice and neat. Wirtz. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's got away. Musiala was in no mood for any of that. Fabian Ruiz. Oyarzábal shoots! Oh, almost a sixth!
Spain certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Musiala into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Pedri getting forward. It's a pretty loose pass. Tar. Kimmich. Tar. Sané. That's a good ball out wide. Done delicately. Ferran Torres. Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, the moans and groans from the stand.
And there's the shot! Oh, that's a key interception. Musiala, that is ended up in no man's land. Played out towards the right wing, and he's managed to get free. Delivered with swing. Oh, good effort!
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Decent chance, that is a fine delivery. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Space for him to turn and look. He's found the way through, and it's Pedri. Big chance! And with that, the end. Spain pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorse.